Wow. You know, I gotta say, one of my favorite things about doing these videos and running this channel is that I have a place where I can talk about pretty much anything that I want. I can discuss whatever I want. This is my shit, my channel, my place to vibe and chill and do whatever. And I can talk about whatever I see fit to talk about, whatever I'm in the mood for. I don't have to go by someone else's schedule. I don't have to adhere by somebody else's rules or agenda. I mean, technically you could say that I have to adhere by YouTube, but that's still my choice. I still get to play with, you know, my own schedule. I just might have to adhere to a couple content things. Of course, if you want to be recognized by the algorithm, you have to post more, but the algorithm guides. I do as the algorithm guides. Fucking crystal right up here in the shape of a YouTube icon or something. Telling you what I can and can't do in order to have the most successful channel on the fucking platform. But no. It just means that I can talk about stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm in a safe space here. This, despite being a planet in the middle of some solar system light years away from us, in the middle of a huge storm that lag? Yeah. In the middle of a huge storm, no less. I can still talk about whatever I want, though. Hang on. Let me just wee over here. Onto the edge. But one thing that I will say to all of you motherfuckers, take care of yourselves. And I don't just mean the basics of, like, you know, make sure to hydrate and make sure you sleep good, make sure you're eating right. Like, I mean really, really take care of yourselves. Eat at least 2, if you can, 3 meals a day. And if you need to eat more. If you need to eat more meals than 3, eat more. And if what you need to do is you need to split them into 6 or 7 smaller meals and eat intermittently through the day, then do that. Drink water. Make sure you're actually drinking a sufficient amount of water. Make sure you're actually properly hydrating. Don't substitute for things like soda or tea or stuff like that. Tea is better. Except sweet tea, that's still really sugary. Fucking love sweet tea. But drink straight water. Don't have to drink 8 cups, but just drink until, you know, like, you feel sated. And also, your urine should not be yellow, but it should also not be clear. If it's a nice light balance, like a light tinge of yellow in there, that means you're perfectly hydrated. If it's clear, you're too hydrated. If it's yellow, you're not hydrated enough. And yes, you can be too hydrated. You're literally pissing out extra water when it's clear. That's why it's clear, because there are no toxins and it's just extra water. Another thing, sleep. Get a good amount of sleep, but figure out how much sleep you need. Because not everybody needs 8 hours. Some people need 10, some people need 6. Some people can get away with 4 or 3, but those people are 1 in a million, very rare. But figure out what you need to function best, and do that. Cleanliness. Take a shower. Every day, at least once a day if you can. If you can, take 2 showers. Or take a long bath. Make sure you use soap, condition your hair. When using shampoo, you want to use that, I believe you want to use that first. Yeah, you want to use that first, and then when you use conditioner, though, you want to really, really get it in there. Get it all in your fur and hair, or whatever you got, and leave it in for a couple minutes, and then rinse it out later. And while your conditioner is conditioning the hair, you can move to body wash. Make sure to take a scrubby or a rag, or if you don't have any of those and you have to, you can use your bare hands. It's a little less efficient, but some people do it, or use a body bar and scrub it everywhere. And yes, that means everywhere. Scrub, you know the areas I'm talking about, scrub down there and do it thoroughly. Make sure it smells nice. especially if you have a partner. Believe me, I know from experience that when you spend a lot of time with your partners, if that area of the body is neglected, it tends to smell the worst. And you notice it. Believe me, I've been on the receiving and other end of that. It sucks. But you'll benefit in the long run. But also, here's another one. We talked about all the physical stuff, but take care of yourself mentally too. Take regular breaks. Don't overwork yourself. Know your work schedule and know your needs. Here's the thing. People, and I've had people tell me this, and like people tell me this all the time. It's like, oh, you gotta work yourself to the bone. You gotta work yourself hardcore. You gotta work every day, 8 hours. Not true. Now, some people will still believe that, and if you want to believe that that's the way that you have to live your life, then I respect you. Go ahead. It will make you more money. But my personal belief is this. Work within your own reason. Work within your own abilities to function. Do not push yourself to 40 hours if you can't handle it. Because if you can't handle it, here's what you do. And it's a very simple solution. You cut back some hours, you take a couple days off, or you cut back your availability and have one day off every week. You spend that day de-stressing, and you reevaluate your budget in order to account for the money lost on that. Now, yes, it sucks having to budget like that and having less money when you're not working as many hours, but your mind will thank you. Taking care of your mentality will allow you to keep working, because believe it or not, if you're sick mentally, if you're stressed, if you're depressed, if you're anxious all the time, you will get sick physically. You will be weaker and more vulnerable to disease. You will have secondary issues that can pop up. Speak of the fucking devil. Tremors. But this is unrelated. That's unrelated. But that kind of stuff can happen. You can have things that happen that you may not have had happening before. Mindfulness. Take time to really delve into your own mind, to really get to know yourself, really get to know the inner you, the one that's up here, always there. You never really talk to them, though. You never really get to know you. You know the version of you that you project. You know the version of you that talks outward every day, but once you really center yourself into a deep state of meditation, breathe in, breathe out, then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Entering that deeper state can allow you to really get to know yourself, to really hear yourself, to see yourself. You can see what you really are and who you really are, and sometimes even gain a spectator's perception on you. You can really get to know you. There's a phrase that I like to actually use, bouncing on that. I see you. And no, I don't mean I see you with my eyes. What I mean is, come here real quick. When I say that, I see you. The one right there behind the camera, behind your eyes, I see your soul. I see the person you are. And I see what you're capable of. I see you. And not everybody can see themselves like that. Not everybody can see themselves. Not just their body, but their spirit. Who they really are when you strip away all the layers, all the profiles, all the masks, all the facets. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you really? When you're not pretending for someone else, when you're not acting one way or the other for a certain situation, what is your life? Who are you? And that's important for people to know. You need to know who you really are. You don't have to share that with everybody. That's your personal secret. But if you find that the person that you really are is just as brilliant and amazing as the person you project, then feel free to share that with others. Drop the masks, drop the facets, drop the mirrors, shatter the glass. Be you. Be you. I'm still learning to do that myself. Trying to remember that I have the ability to ask, that I have the ability to reach out, and that people don't necessarily hate me. They don't hate the me that I keep inside. Because I never really show 100% of myself. Only to very close friends and people that I trust. People that I really trust. And that just comes from years of trust breaking and being vulnerable and being exposed and being betrayed. But that baggage does not find its place here. This is my safe space. It's just something that happens in life. That's all it is. Not everybody experiences it. Not everybody experiences that kind of betrayal and being backstabbed. Some people really live really good lives. Some people live transparent lives where they can talk to anybody and get a straight answer. Or where they can trust in the one who is supposed to mentor them through their entire childhood, not to beat up on them, not to rob them of that innocence of their youth. I take pity on people who are like that. And not in the way of being pretentious or over the top with them, but I empathize with that. Because I didn't have my childhood completely ripped away from me. I still had a good bit of it. Childhood's important. Living a youth full of wonder and genuine curiosity and being able to look up to your father or mother figure. That's important. That builds a good character. And those that are beaten up or abused verbally or neglected or straight up abandoned by their parents, they can still lead fulfilling lives. They can still become great people. Right here, you're still going to have those scars. It can break trust. It can make them more guarded. It can make people harder to see the real them. Harder to trust. Harder to be themselves. Childhood is a precious thing, and you only get one of it. If you're a parent out there, or planning to be one, if you can't handle having kids and giving them everything that they deserve and treating them as the young adults they will one day be, then you shouldn't. Don't get into a relationship with someone who has kids if you can't handle that. Don't have kids if you can't handle that. Be a good parent because you only have one shot at it. You only get one fucking chance. And you fuck that up, you forever change how they're ever going to see you. Now, of course, there's still room for redemption and forgiveness if you change, if you make up for it. But it is better not to make those mistakes in the first place. I'll just say that now. I apologize. This is quite the topic. This is a very heavy one for today. But to circle back to the main point before I leave you guys to your own devices. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be there for each other. But most importantly, be there for you. This has been Mika Fujikawa of the Sakura Diaries. Till we meet again, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.